Oh, and that shit's gonna be at the Allegiant Stadium.
Mm-hmm.
Canelo versus Crawford. It's gonna be up the street.
And of course, that's going to be a stadium right here in Wall. I had a feeling it was going to be either T-Mobile or Legion or up in Saudi.
That shit's gonna be. Yeah, I thought it was gonna be in Saudi. I for sure did.
I know Turkey's promoting it though. Turkey Al Rafiki. That's the dude who sets up the fights in Saudi.
Mm-hmm.
And Dana White is promoting this fight too.
All right, y'all. Yo. Think we should be good, y'all, fellas. Man, check us out, man. We got. Hold on, y'all. We're trying to make sure everything is straight, y'all. We Gucci though. Yeah, we live right now. You feel me? Yo. What's good, y'all? This is the 7-day show, man. Going live, you know what I'm saying? One of the first live, man. We got some amazing fellas here today. You know me, it's your host, man, Mr. 7 Days, Mr. Still Your Hoe. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, knock a bitch or two. You know what I'm saying? This is for 18 and over, so it might be a little curse words. You know what I'm saying? We could just speak. We're going to be able to speak freely and respectfully. We're going to go ahead and talk about, boxing today. You know what I'm saying? We got Canelo versus Crawford. You know what I'm saying? Opinion versus opinion. We're going to have a debate, babe. We're going to keep it clean, though. We're going to keep it professional like how we always do. And I want to introduce our special guest we got today, starting off with the man on my right side or left side, depending on which way y'all see it. Go ahead and introduce yourself, bruh.
What's happening? I'm Mr. Indubitably Maurice McHustle, otherwise known as Mr. Make It Happen. We're going to make it happen today. Hope y'all have a great time. Hey.
Cheers. And another brother.
What's going on? My real name is Quincy, but you can call me Mr. Brooklyn. Brooklyn's finest right here.
Nice. Okay, perfect. So we got Mr. Brooklyn in the building. We got Mr. Indubitably. How you say that, bro?
Mr. Indubitably, damn it, that nigga done it already. It's
Mr. Indubitably. What is that?
Mr. Indubitably.
Break that word down for me, please. Indubitably.
So indubitably is really simple. It's another way of saying for sure. Another way of saying I agree with you. Another way of saying hell yeah.
I like that. I like that. Indubitably. If I said indubitably. If I said it right.
You saying it perfect, like right on time. All
right,
watch this.
What's up?
Let me cut in for a second.
Okay.
Kind of give y'all a dose of the tail of the tape today.
Right.
We got Saul Alvarez, otherwise known as Canelo.
Right.
His record is 63-2-2 with 39 KOs.
Okay.
He's 35 years old, so throw that in there. His recognition would be the WBA Super, the WBC, the IBF, the WBO, Ring Magazine, and Undisputed. Super middleweight champion, number 4 ranked pound-for-pound fighter, and he's a 4-division world champ.
Nice.
Now, he's going up against Terrence Bud Crawford. His record is only 41-0. Just want to throw that out there. He's 37 years old, 2 years older than Mr. Canelo himself, and they're both orthodox fighters. But in reality, I want to say that
that's actually Crawford
is a switch hitter. I would rather say that. Crawford's a switch hitter. I don't know why they put orthodox on here. I think that that's a disrespect to his style to have said orthodox. But that's just my opinion. Don't shoot the messenger. He got the WBA Super Light Middleweight Championship, ranked number 2 welterweight, ranked number 3 pound-for-pound fighter, 4-division world champion. He went and got the strap 4 times in 4 different divisions.
Wow.
They about to get the fade on September 13th right here in Vegas at the punk-ass Raider Stadium.
Whoa. Punk Raider Stadium. They said that's the best stadium in the world, in America right now. As far as football, they said that's the newest. It is the newest. Can y'all say it's the newest?
It's the most recent built.
It got all the technology in it.
Yeah, that's cool. A lot of stadiums got a lot of technology in it. It's just the biggest problem about the stadium is that the Raiders play there. That's the biggest problem. Like any other team, like if they had a high school girls soccer team, I would rather watch them play than the Cedar Raiders. But that's another story.
Yeah.
So my bad, I had to get that off my
chest. But what
chest.
city is better than Las Vegas?
Well, I mean, I'm not just gonna say city that's better. If we're talking about football, then of course I'm gonna say Denver Broncos. But I'm not just gonna say that the city is better than the Las Vegas city.
Because it's
I
not.
don't want to do that.
They do got some good trees, though.
Because
I love
there's
it.
two different types of cities. But yes, we are the originators. We are the indubitable originators of cannabis sativa distribution in the United States.
They got some good trees. I like Denver.
Denver definitely has that available.
Yeah, Denver do have that.
But the tail of the tape today, which is pretty dope, is that I got my man's Brooklyn over here to the left, who's like, bottom line, Canelo's gonna put paws all over Terrence Crawford, and that this is not even gonna be a fight. Then I got Mr. 7 Days himself to my right, and he's like, what the hell are you thinking that Crawford is about to get touched up by Canelo?
Facts.
So, first off, I'm gonna throw this up in the air. What round? This is my first question I'm gonna ask. What round is who going to sleep?
You want me to answer first?
Yep, you can go first.
Okay, first of all, let me interject and correct a little bit of what you said, because you said I never said Crawford doesn't have a chance.
Oh, okay.
He is a good fighter. You know what I'm saying? The only thing is that Crawford never fought at this weight class. We have to put this logically into mind here. Crawford has never fought at 168. Canelo's been fighting at 168
all his life.
Not all his life. He fought at 154. I think he fought at 150. He's fought at 175. So I mean, he's fought in that bigger weight classes than Crawford. Crawford, he just had a fight at 154. His last fight last year against the guy who only has 11 professional fights, and he barely beat him.
So basically you're saying, like, what makes you think that you can jump up another 10 pounds, maybe more, to then go and challenge at this other weight class where somebody who's been comfortably putting in work in that training, that weight class?
Yeah, exactly. This is a money fight. That's
right.
Crawford, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is the most money Crawford's probably ever going to make for a fight in his career. So I can't blame him on getting the money, but however,
he's gonna lose.
Yeah, he is gonna lose.
Okay, and so on that note, my question was, what round does Terrence Crawford go to sleep, or does he even go to sleep?
I think Crawford could last the whole fight. I believe so. If Charlo lasted the whole fight with Canelo, then I believe Crawford can do the same thing.
Got you. So you think it's going to go to the 12th round decision? Crawford wins. I mean, Canelo wins. Ended that.
That's what I think is likely to happen. I definitely think Canelo can knock him out, but his power's diminished a bit over the years.
Okay. So, Mr. 7 Days himself.
Yeah.
Yee! I said it right.
Yeah, you did.
So I'm asking the same question. What round does Canelo go to sleep, or does it go 12 rounds? And does Bud have a chance against Canelo?
I think that Canelo will go down in the 10th, 10th round. He will get knocked out. He will get knocked out.
Round 10?
9 or 10.
9 or 10. Round 10.
He will be knocked out.
Night.
You feel me? He will get knocked out.
Right.
And it's because Crawford is going to be too fast for him. Crawford going to be hitting him with some shit, y'all. Just like the Earl Smith fight.
He gonna be coming.
That he didn't see coming. And Crawford
like
going to be he going to be too fast for Canelo, right? Canelo going to be all flat-footed, and he going to get knocked out. He going to get knocked out. Canelo get knocked out, y'all. Canelo get knocked out. 9-10. He get knocked out, and he going to get like, I ain't going to say Canelo going to get tired because he don't be getting tired.
Right.
But he going to get hit with some shit that he ain't never got hit with before. It's going to come so fast, and it's just going to drop him. It's going to get dropped. And he ain't going to get up.
And he ain't
getting up. He ain't getting up.
So by round 10, he will have already took him out into that water.
Yeah, he would have been in the water, and by 10th round, Canelo gonna be trying to like figure like, damn, what should I do? But you're gonna get knocked out, bro.
Knocked out.
Yeah, I see. Because like the first few rounds,
right?
Crawford is gonna be filling him out. And once Crawford figure him out,
it's over with.
It's over with because now Canelo ain't gonna have no answer because Canelo is very flat-footed. He come forward. He could be coming forward, and he not gonna be able to hit Crawford.
Right.
So he gonna get frustrated, and then Crawford gonna knock him out.
Catch him.
Don't catch him slipping, knock him out.
And it's crazy that you said that like that, because I want to segue to that question and to ask you the same thing. What? Because it sounded like he's gonna let Canelo do his thing in the beginning, and then he's gonna be like, you know what?
He gonna feel that power. Once Crawford figure like power and say, "Oh, I could take these punches,"
it's over with.
It's over with.
So then, what do you think Canelo's gonna be doing while Crawford's doing all that?
Okay, so let me. If
I ask that right,
let me say some things in response to what he said. First of all, he said that Crawford is going to knock Canelo out, put him to sleep.
Yeah, no, he said round 10 or 9 specifically.
Yeah, I know, but the point is that he said he's going to knock Canelo out, and it's like Canelo has a chin, like he couldn't. He didn't get knocked out by Triple G. He didn't get knocked out by Daniel Jacobs. He didn't get knocked out by Dimitri Bivol. So how is those guys have more power?
See, but it's not about power.
I have to hold on.
Absolutely,
Bivol hits hard.
No sense.
Knocking
somebody out is all about power. Literally,
no, it's not.
Yes,
you catch them at the right time.
You got to catch the person in the right time and the right button. It only takes like 7 pounds to knock somebody. It doesn't. You don't have to be the strongest person in the world to knock somebody out. You really don't.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, so you're saying because you saying you need the power to get knocked out, correct? You said that.
Guys with more power did not knock out Canelo. So how is Crawford, who has less power than the guys I just mentioned, he's gonna?
Because it's not about power.
Yes, it is. If it's not about power 100%, it's about power at least like 90%.
So if that's the case, right? If what you're saying is true, right? You said it's all about power, right?
Knocking somebody out, yes.
Mm-hmm. Why didn't Deontay Wilder knock out Tyson Fury?
Woo! Because Tyson. Well, first of all, Deontay Wilder fights at like 215, and Tyson Fury fights at damn near 300.
So he don't have enough power. Is that what you're saying? Deontay don't have enough power. He's not as powerful.
Let me speak.
He's like, let me slow this down.
Deontay Wilder was like maybe 215, 220 the most at the time he's fighting.
Oh, now it's about weight.
Weight matters too.
Oh, you said power. Now it's about weight.
Weight has nothing to do with power. So let me ask you a question.
No.
Let me ask you a question. If I offer you $1 million to get punched by to take a punch on the chin by Floyd Mayweather or Mike Tyson, and you get $1 million by either punch, who you gonna pick? Obviously Floyd, right? Because you know Tyson might break your teeth and shit like that.
I mean, I think Floyd could break your teeth too if he get a clean bam. He'll knock you out equally.
Right.
Y'all both would get slapped. So that has killed that argument, right?
So hold on. Let me intercede for a second. So 100% get where you're coming from. Bivol. Now hear me out. Now is he Russian or
he's Russian?
He's Russian. I'm not tripping. So Bivol, he hit hard than a motherfucker, no cap. And then what's the other cat's name?
Triple G.
Triple G wasn't no slouch, wasn't no punk bitch. Triple G had pause, and Triple G.
You know what they didn't have?
Hold up. He
Let me tell you what they didn't have.
Switch stance. They didn't have.
You know what they really didn't have?
What?
Melanin.
You got that? None of those was niggas we was talking about. Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. I gotta say this.
That melanin hit a little different.
I gotta say this. If we go back and look at those 2 L's that Canelo caught, you think one of those L's was melaninated?
One of them for sure
was melaninated.
With Floyd Mayweather.
Was it melaninated?
Melanin.
It was melaninated. So in other words, what we're saying is that.
So because you're black,
once he fought.
Once
he's fought somebody who's a boxer, technician. So hear me out. And then this is just me playing the devil's advocate. I feel like one of the biggest reasons Mayweather whooped Canelo and gave him his first L was because Mayweather is a technician in the ring.
Yeah,
just hear me out. It don't got nothing to do with power. Mayweather ain't knocked nobody out, and I don't know when. Since he was listen. Mayweather ain't knocked. Hold on. Hear me out.
Floyd has 50 fights and 27 knockouts, so he's won by knockout in more than half of his fights.
Right, and Floyd hasn't won by knockout
all the time.
Now tell me if I'm off on this. Floyd hasn't got a knockout since he was pretty boy Floyd.
No, that's not true. He actually won by knockout in his very last fight, and he knocked out Victor Ortiz in 2011.
His last fight didn't count as a boxing match.
Yes, it does.
I mean, don't get it twisted. It was a boxing match. Please don't get this misunderstood. Yes, it was a boxing match. But at the end of the day, when it comes to power, in his most recent fights, it doesn't matter which one you pick in the last 10, 15 years, Mayweather is technically whooping you, whether it's by points, whether it's out footworking you, whether it's countering you.
And let me say this.
And
Crawford, in that defeats, that kills his argument as well about power. Because they were saying Errol Spence had more power than Crawford as well. He got knocked out. So hold on. Let me cook.
My dumbass went with Spence.
Okay, so hold on. Let me cook. So look, everybody was saying Errol Spence is bigger than Crawford, that he was gonna win. Woo. Y'all both went with Errol Spence, and y'all seen him get knocked out.
I didn't see nobody get beat up like that, and I don't know when.
So that's what I'm saying. Y'all gonna see that same type of fight versus Crawford and Canelo. You're gonna see that same type of fight.
Canelo and Spence are two different fighters, bro.
Yeah, they different, but you're gonna see that same athlete.
Canelo is better than Spence. That's not even an argument.
Is he?
Yes, he is.
We don't know that. Why would we say that?
So let me ask you this.
Just because he got knocked out by Crawford,
let me ask you
Canelo got knocked out by Crawford.
Do wins and losses determine on whether somebody's better or not?
I don't think so. Not
Y'all
necessarily.
think that's
Your record is better. Your record is better.
50, he's obviously not that good.
Got you.
So
if one boxer has fought pretty much the same amount of fights or similar to another boxer, and the boxer that they're about to verse is undefeated, is that like
Canelo has more than like what 25
L's?
He got like 20,
but he has 2 L's.
2 L's against two of the best.
Just because 2 L's,
and Bivol is not one of the best.
Bivol is one of the best fighters in the world today.
No,
he's the second best light heavyweight in the world.
Didn't he just get beat up by Usyk?
No,
that was Benavidez. That was Benavidez.
He beat Better Beef the last time they fought. They're 1-1 against each other.
Bivol and
They're 2-1. They fought 3 times.
They fought twice.
You sure?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Won each time.
Fact check that. I think they fought.
It's time for a fact check.
I think, and don't get me. I'm not gonna come on here and act like I'm just 100% sure about.
I know.
But you don't. You ain't 100% sure either, because you picked Errol Spence over Crawford. So
that's
you made
prediction.
That's what I'm saying.
Is better be
right. I think they fought 3 times, but maybe they fought twice. You might be right about that. Let's do a little fact check. But I know Bivol is not one of the best fighters.
Yes, he is. Bivol's easily top 10 at the very least pound for pound in the world today.
He ain't as good as Canelo. He ain't as good as Crawford.
He beat Canelo. He beat Canelo.
He beat him. Yeah, he beat him, but he lost. He got some L's too.
He only has 1 L.
He got more than 1 L.
The only person he's lost to was Better Beef.
All right, let's see.
That's a fact.
Type in Bivol's record, bro.
This guy don't see. Rest in peace to Roger Mayweather. Your words will always live on. Most people don't know shit about boxing.
Yeah, as equal as you, because you keep picking all the wrong fighters.
He says you're picking the wrong one.
You keep picking all the wrong. You keep losing bets.
Honestly, I've been watching boxing since the late 90s. I've only gotten 5 fights wrong.
Oh, that's a lot.
In over 25 years.
Okay, it says
your shit's slow.
Here we go. Okay, so who won Better Be versus Beater?
No, you looking at Bivol's record.
So they got 2 fights together.
2 fights. Okay. Okay, yeah, you got that. You got that.
Thank you.
But that doesn't mean your predictions is right. You predicting that Canelo's gonna win.
Prediction and what actually happened are 2 different things.
Right. And he got 1 loss. He do got 1 loss.
So,
but the thing is this. Your prediction is going to be wrong. You're keep predicting fighters. That's wrong. You keep doing that. You're undefeated and picking wrong fighters. and we today you pick Canelo over Crawford, and we're going to see September 13th.
So to do a quick
if you're wrong again.
So to do a quick summary, your feelings are that Canelo is going to beat Crawford for 3 big reasons. 1, that he's bigger. 2 is that he has more power, and 3 is that he's more experienced and more comfortable being at that bigger weight. Could you say that that's about a good summary? You do that? And
I'm gonna say my own summary. I'm gonna say my own summary.
Okay.
God damn it. My summary is this: Crawford gonna win, right? Because he's older.
Okay. Age, experience.
He took a bullet to the head.
Right, and
he got shot in the head
4 times.
Undisputed 2 times.
2 times. Oh, excuse me, 2 times.
It's okay.
And
it's okay. We ain't gonna be perfect.
For weight.
He didn't move up and down weight classes, and he's undefeated.
Mm-hmm.
Undefeated.
Mm-hmm.
Canelo already know how I feel to lose. He just lost to Beevil, right?
He just lost to Beevil. He lost to Beevil like 3 years ago.
Okay, that's just lost. He just lost. That's a fresh ass whooping.
That's a fresh ass.
That's a fresh 3 years. He fought a lot of fights since then.
He fought a
lot of fights
twice a year.
Twice a year, yeah.
Gotcha.
But Crawford's undefeated. He's a little older. Put that little older on you.
L's on you.
No L's. Used to winning. He's taller than Canelo.
Yes, he is.
He's taller. He got more reach than Canelo.
He's taller than Floyd, and Floyd still.
We ain't talking about Floyd. He's taller than Canelo.
You're not making sense.
I'm making perfect sense. If you listen, if he's not taller, that don't make sense. That he's taller, that don't make sense.
Taller than somebody, you're a better boxer.
I'm saying I'm giving multiple reasons why he's going to win.
That's not like that's like that point has no merit.
I'm giving multiple reasons why Canelo's going to lose, of why he's going to win. I mean, you gotta listen. You gotta listen to.
I'm gonna let you. And now, as a matter of fact, after yours, then you do your list because I can.
Yeah. So let me do my own stuff. That's what I'm saying. And if that don't make sense to you, there's a lot of shit probably ain't gonna make sense.
Right.
Taller, undefeated. Does undefeated make sense to you?
I think that's a factor.
Does that make sense?
That definitely makes sense.
Oh, okay. Never lost before. Undisputed in 2 weight classes.
I said he's undisputed twice. But go ahead.
Undisputed in 2 weight classes. Look, undisputed in 2 weight classes, right?
Right.
He got that nigga melanin.
Facts.
Niggas versus Mexican. I'm always going for the nigga. The niggas melanin is hitting harder. Right. Does that make sense to y'all?
I can understand that, yes.
Can you understand that?
Us being kings, we're different.
We're a little different.
We're different.
We're different.
Our swagger's different. Our feints are different.
Come on, bro.
Everything is different.
The melanin fighters. Let me say this. I want this to make sense because you said stuff don't make sense. What I'm saying is not the best boxers ever been black.
Some great white fighters too.
Yes or no? The best. I said the best. Do you see how you switch it? The greatest. So I said the best.
Have all not the best fighters
ever
in boxing
been black.
Well, so we could say that
about
other races.
Okay, we're not talking about other races, other sports.
How can
we talk about boxing?
Yeah, I'm talking about boxing. I know. I could tell you some great Mexican fighters.
I didn't say great. I said best. Do you know the difference between great and best?
Okay.
Do you know the difference between great and best?
I mean, some of
a great fighter and
yes or no? Do you understand the difference?
Would you rather be a great fighter or would you rather be the best fighter?
Yeah. Do you know the difference?
Quick question. If you're a boxer, you just want to be a great boxer.
One singular person can be the best.
Is he black? Is he black?
Whoever that person is that you decide you want to.
That singular person is he black? Is he black? Okay, so let's keep it simple.
So
let's keep it simple.
So he's sticking. You also saying
so
we're gonna keep it black.
So that's another reason why
we're running with him. We're gonna keep it black.
Thank you.
We're gonna. We want it to come over here. We don't want the title to go to Mexico.
We don't want it to go to Mexico.
Right.
Because then they already
feel like they the shit when it comes to
they out here. We ain't even gonna talk about what they doing now, but they already rooting for their people, and that's another thing.
And they're going through ISIS right now and shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They going. We're better. So I just gave y'all multiple reasons why.
So
Crawford is better than Canelo. Hold on, y'all.
Sorry. So, on that note, I need you to tell me, please. Like, what is your list?
Yeah,
your hit list of Canelo.
I wish he was here to sit, because a lot of the things you saying was like logically not making any sense. First of all, let me jump on the undefeated topic first of all, right?
Okay.
Yeah, Crawford is undefeated. Canelo's not. But also Canelo's fought in over 25 more fights than he has. And Canelo, if we're talking about their opponents, we're comparing their opponents. Canelo has a better resume than Crawford.
Right.
Like, without
Canelo's fought bigger and better names than Crawford.
He's fought in Beevil. He's fought in Floyd. He's fought in Triple G 3 times.
You got that?
You know what I'm saying? Like,
so does that mean that everybody that Crawford fought to get to his level, to get where he is, were irrelevant? Well, because of Canelo being in the weight class that he chose to be in because of his body type, and him having to fight all the people he fought, which happened to be nice and big names, and Crawford being in a whole different weight class, having a whole different backstory as far as him coming up into the ranks. Mind you, Crawford has never ducked anybody put in front of him. He just beat everybody who was put in front of him, whether they had a big name or not. Is that suffice to say that makes him better because he had better opportunities, and out of all of his better opportunities, he lost 2 fights.
Sorry, y'all.
And Crawford went through and banged everybody who was his opportunity put in front of him, and he happened to win every single one of them. Does that make Canelo better because he fought bigger names than Crawford?
That's not what I'm talking about, because Beevil's not necessarily, especially here in the United States, Beevil's not necessarily a big name. Triple G is not necessarily a big name.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like Shane Mosley. I mean, Shane Mosley's a pretty big name. I'll say. You know what I'm saying? Like Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. Most people don't even know that Julio Cesar Chavez has a son that is a professional boxer.
So,
you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's not necessarily, I'm not talking about notoriety. I'm just talking about how good the fighters are that they fought. Comparing resumes, Canelo definitely has a better resume than Crawford. Yes, Crawford is undefeated. He's a great fighter. He's one of the best fighters in the world today. I'm not arguing, but Crawford does not have a better resume than Canelo. That's not even a question. That shouldn't even be argued. Okay. Secondly, being taller does not make you better. Right? It makes plenty
waiting to get that out.
Plenty of time.
That's all you got.
That's not all I got.
That's just warming up. We said he just
like we can use a great example. Mike Tyson is the shortest. Me and Mike Tyson are the same height, 5 foot 10 inches tall. Right. Mike Tyson has beaten plenty of guys taller than he was.
6'5".
Floyd has beaten plenty of guys taller than he was.
Right.
So just because you're taller does not make you better. That makes absolutely no sense at all.
And you know what else don't make no sense? What? Just because you think you got a little bit more power, you just gonna automatically win. Just because you in a higher weight class. Hold on. No, this is what you did say though. You did say this. You said because he's in a higher weight class, which makes him heavier. That makes him going to win. You said that too. So just like he's no taller, don't make no sense. Guess what? You're fatter, don't make no sense either. So explain that.
Well, first of all, neither one of those guys are fat, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Way more. You know what I'm saying? See, if taller doesn't make sense and that doesn't help, how does the weight?
Okay, let me explain how the weight makes sense. Let me teach this grass.
Because they're the same weight when they fight. Yes. When they make weight, they're going to be the same weight. Right. So explain to me how is Canelo's weight is going to make him win. Explain that.
Because first of all, Canelo is the best at his weight class. Oh, okay. Crawford is jumping up in weight because he's like biting off more than he can chew. That's the point that I'm
biting off more than he can chew.
He's biting off. He's not used to fighting at 168.
I can 100% understand that. Yeah. That might be a shock to his body.
And he's not.
That might be. You think it'll shoot his stamina?
Possibly.
You know what I mean? Like his stamina or whatever, just because he's taking on more weight at a new class and still exerting the same.
Right. And it's not just the fact that he's fighting more weight at a new class. He's jumping 2 weight classes ahead from his last fight, and also he's fighting the best at the weight class.
Right,
He's not fighting
a tune-up.
Exactly. This is not a tune-up. He's fighting
straight to the dog.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Dog.
Like that is my point with saying that weight matters.
So watch this. Is there a scenario that you could possibly see where Crawford can beat Canelo in this fight?
Maybe. I mean, it's a possibility. It's possible, but it's not probable.
What scenario do you see happening where you're like, this is the only way that Crawford can beat him?
He'd just have to outbox him, honestly. I mean, that's like I said, that's possible, but not probable.
Now,
go ahead.
My bad. Because you said he would have to outbox him, right?
Yes.
So do you think that Terence Crawford is a slugger or a boxer?
He's more of a boxer.
It's a boxer.
Yeah.
Do you think he's technical or just a boxer?
He's pretty technical.
Right.
Okay.
Is he just orthodox or is he just southpaw?
He's a switch
hitter.
Right.
You think that's enough skill set to be able to beat somebody like Canelo?
It's possible, but it's not probable. See, and let me talk about something else he mentioned too, because he says Canelo just comes forward. Yeah, Canelo does come forward, but he can come forward and still move his head. I've seen him do it plenty of times. Yes, Canelo doesn't step back very much, but he moves his head as he's coming in. He's one of the best fighters that can fight in a phone booth and not get hit. I know boxing, bro. I watch more fights in slow motion than both of these guys watch fights combined. I'm not even joking.
But you don't know that.
But right,
that's you just assuming.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, you're assuming.
And it's cool.
See, that's we gotta fact check that. Pull that up on Google if that's true what he just said.
I'm gonna know.
That's what I'm saying. He just made some shit.
Check your search history right now. No, but at the end of the day, what scenario do you see that Crawford can lose to Canelo? What scenario would happen where it was like, this is the only way that Canelo can beat Crawford in this fight that you feel would be
that Canelo can win?
Crawford's what would be Crawford's weakness that Canelo could?
Judges. Mexican judges. You got all these Mexican people going for Canelo, Mexican judges, people that's biased, some niggas that want the niggas to lose. We got judges. Judges is gonna make Crawford lose. The judges gonna say it's gonna be, oh, Canelo won when he didn't win. Judges. That's the way I can see Canelo winning. Like he said 12 rounds. Didn't he say that?
He said that.
A judge after the 12th round, a judge gonna say Canelo won. That's the only way.
That's it.
That's it.
Okay.
That's all.
Well, I guess y'all motherfuckers heard it right. And y'all heard it right here as well. Motherfucking, we got Canelo over here who's gonna win because of his experience and his him being bigger and him have been fighting people who hit harder. And we got Crawford over here who's gonna win for the simple fact that he's technical. He's a switch hitter and he doesn't have any L's. And he asked for this. It's different if like this was mandatory or some shit. Like he asked for the smoke.
Right.
So I think it's gonna be a crazy ass fight. I think it's gonna be dope as fuck. What'd you say? Who am I picking? Oh, okay. My bad. I thought that.
Who are you picking, bro? Who you picking?
I'm gonna keep it a whole band.
You learned a valuable lesson. Remember, what did I tell you last time? I hope you memorized what I told you.
Wait a minute. I'm gonna keep it a whole band. I got Crawford in round 8 KO.
All right, bet.
Because I personally feel like Canelo is the best at his weight class.
Right.
But
he's not the best fighter ever. He's not the best fighter.
Hear this out. I think this is what I want to say. Please hear me
ever
out.
right now.
This is all I'm saying.
And when he win, he's gonna be one of the best.
Honestly, it's Usyk.
Listen to me. Hear me out. I'm gonna say it again. Let me give me just a second to finish this. I feel like in his weight class, Canelo happens to be the best in his weight class right now with the belt. And because Crawford has now entered his weight class, Crawford is the best in that weight class now.
He's the best right now.
And also right now.
No sense. He's never fought in Canelo's weight class. So how can he be the best?
Because he's going to beat up Canelo. And he's the
You're going off of a hypothetical. That doesn't make sense. That would be like saying that.
So you listening?
No, I'm not going off a hypothetical. I'm going off a 2-time undisputed.
That'd be like saying Kevin Durant is the greatest Houston Rocket of all time. He's never played for the Rockets.
No, because it's different because
that makes no sense.
It makes sense. You got to slow down. You like to say stuff that don't make sense. And hold on. When you say stuff don't make sense, it's just because you don't understand it. It don't make sense to you. But what I'm saying is, if you slow down your brain down a little bit, I'm telling you, the reason why he's the best is because he's 2-time undisputed. Who else has done that?
Clarissa Shields.
In men's boxing right now, who's the best? Who's done that? It's not hypothetical.
First of all, let me say something. Terrence Crawford is the only guy to go undisputed in 2 weight classes in the 4 belt era. He's not the only person to be 2 times undisputed.
Okay, so who's the best?
And also,
we're talking about right now.
First of all,
Usyk ain't never did that.
Yes, he did. He did it at cruiserweight and at heavyweight.
Okay.
Let's fact check that.
Okay.
The Japanese guy, that little Japanese, I forgot, Inoue, he's been undisputed in 2. Terrence Crawford is the first.
The first.
He's not the only.
So there you go, the first.
So what?
Hey, y'all, man. Thank y'all, man, for coming out to the show, man. It's been a 7-day show, you know what I'm saying? It was real fun, y'all. Came out here, man. I want to thank my guest today, man, for coming out, you know what I'm saying? We're going to have to see September 13th. That's the only way we'll know, y'all.
Oh, yeah.
But we got video footage of it right now, so we'll just see, you know what I'm saying? I might be wrong. They might be wrong. We're going to see September 13th, y'all. So thank y'all for showing up to the podcast, man. It was fun. Y'all want to give y'all Instagram names or something, man? People to follow y'all or something?
Yeah, Maurice McHustle. Easy. That's on Instagram and Facebook. You can't miss me. I'm funny as fuck. But y'all stay up.
All right.
Mr. Brooklyn NY, all one word, MRBROOKLYN.
Since you said Brooklyn, is Hitchison's Devin Haney. You going with Hitchison's? No, let me ask you this. Hitchison's, right? Richard Hitchison's, Teofimo Lopez, who the king of New York?
I mean, as far as
out of these 2 boxers,
I'd go with Teofimo right now.
Teofimo? Yeah. All right, bet. I just want to ask that. All right, bet, man. I want to thank y'all for coming in, man. You know what I'm saying? It's been a show. We got to slide out, though. You know what I'm saying? I got shit to do. I appreciate y'all. Deuces.
Oh, yeah.
That was good. All right, y'all.